Alrighty, y'all, it's your boy Zxous, and we are back here. Now, I don't have a face cam for this, so before we get into the video, Loot and Waifus, if you are seeing this video, I don't want you thinking I'm just, having your video on my freaking screen and I'm just using your video as a video for myself. I just don't have face cam with me today, so we are going to be reacting to this because from what I'm hearing, I think it got me a bit tight. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. From what I'm hearing, the CN version of Nikke that just recently released has gotten some great things that everybody else on the global side for almost 3 years now has never had access to, right? I'm hearing the CN version is getting free skins and stuff like that, which I don't even give a damn about that. The one thing that pissed me off the most is that apparently when you start an account on the CM version, you are able to re-roll as many times as you want until you get whatever character you want from that guaranteed SSR tutorial summon. And I believe pilgrims are included in that. I don't know 100% yet. I'm about to pull it up. We're going to watch this video and see what's going on. Let's take a look.
It's time for round 2 of amazing changes for Nikke, but only for the Chinese client. Before we start, of course, Shift Up could be working on a patch. We don't know. In my opinion, there is no communication, hence it's justified to be mad.
Now pause, before I get into this video, I don't know if the CM version has a different development team. I don't know, but even if it did have a different development team, there should be no reason why the CM version is getting certain stuff that the versions Korean, Japan, global, North America, and D servers don't have none of this. So there should be no reason why the CM version is getting this.
Like you have been playing something for 2.5 years, spending money, time, and energy into something you like, while the developers just basically slap you in the face, right? Because we never have communication. They barely communicate with us unless we complain a lot. And even in situations where we complain a lot, like for example, the Mihara gacha skin, sometimes we don't even get a response, right? So I think it's justified for this type of games that are just predatory to complain in order to get changes. I feel like anytime people are defending these practices or calling this type of videos doom posting, it's just basically being retarded, plain and simple, right? Plain and simple. That's it. I will say,
I know he's not throwing shots at me or anything like that, right? I will say 9 times out of 10 when it comes to these things, I am, going based off just common sense. Like if something that like Nikke added and then it's like, oh, free-to-play players are complaining because they are not spending money to get something, then I will be like, okay, free-to-play players, sit down. But this right here is something where you cannot defend this. You cannot, right? I'm just going to make it clear. There are certain things that we had issues with in the community before that free-to-plays would specifically complain about because they weren't able to get access to because technically it required money. But it's like, it's just common sense. You don't go to a store. That's not even what this video is about. But, let's take a look and see what he's talking about here. But I will be giving my full-blown honest opinion about whatever we got going on here.
Oh, a few more things that I found on the Chinese server that are pretty nice, quality of life, and one of them specifically I've been asking since the game release, and you all know this if you've been watching my streams. That said, leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel, and hello the internets, welcome back to Return Waifus. I'm Sefi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, more changes into the Chinese server that I wanna see on global. Thank you to all my patrons for making this content possible. Love you all bastards. And let's start with the easiest one. The easiest one, and I cannot show, no, I can show you. The easiest one is the reroll banner. So I need to go to my stream from yesterday, right here. And as you can see, this is a different type of banner. So you have 3 buttons when you pull. You can pick or confirm this multi as what you want on the right. On the middle, you can save this result. And on the right, you can just exit. You can roll 200 times.
200 times. So I guess the only difference is just based on this multi right here is that you're not guaranteed an SSR, right? Where the first time on global, like whatever you summon on, you were guaranteed an SSR no matter what. You were guaranteed any SSR, guaranteed, right? But you can only do 1 multi. So the way you rerolled in global is by making a whole new account. On the CM version, I guess you're not guaranteed an SSR anymore, but you can reroll 200 times and save whatever you want. So that my question is, which I hope he answers in this video, can you re-roll and get pilgrims on this? Because that's unfair if you can. Let's see.
Then select whatever multi you like the most, just like Brown does 2 reroll banner. This is a banner that would benefit new players a lot. A lot. Now, some people will justify this by saying Chinese people cannot reroll because they need to verify their accounts with ID, and it's like, I don't care. This is good for everyone. How are you gonna defend this? This because you can reroll. Rerolling is never something you should be fucking proud of. Spending 8 hours like I do rerolling on a gacha for nothing. That's not good. Developers should alleviate this like they're doing right here for all players, not just for the Chinese server, right? Now, thanks to this reroll banner, I actually got Scarlet.
No. Thank you, Luce and Wifey. Thank you, my brother Safa, for telling me that. So you're telling me you can re-roll and get Scarlet. Brother, let me tell you guys something about us global players. Everybody who played global and re-roll for Scarlet, some people took days to re-roll and get Scarlet. I'm not being funny. But you're telling me you just need to make a new account, and every new account you make, you can summon 200 times before you have to make another new account? And don't tell me, oh, CM, you can't you can make a new email on the scene. I promise you, I can make a new email and go start. If I'm just completely starting the game and I haven't done anything, I haven't spent any money, I can make a new email, I can make a new account. Maybe the CM version needs like a phone number or some shit. If it's like one of those, then maybe not. I'm not sure. But I know Tamias got into the game. I know Loot and Waifu's got into the CM version. They don't got Chinese numbers, so like I'm assuming anybody could get in there. I was gonna download it today and just go into it by myself and see, but I think Loot and Waifu just put it all out in a video, so let's just take a look and see. But this is not fair. But my thing is, the only question that I genuinely could ask is, what are we gonna do about it? Like, what are they gonna do about it for global? Because like I don't see a world where, especially if you played the game already, if you've already been playing the game, what are they going to do for the global server? The only thing I can think of is if they add a banner like this where you are able to reroll every single player, whether you're new, old, or whatever. You get to reroll as much as you want, or I guess 200 times. You get to reroll 200 times, and then you're guaranteed 1 free SSR. That's fair. That's fair. Everybody gets 200 summons that they can reroll through, and then whatever SSR they get from that and they want to keep, they can keep it, and it gets added onto their account. I think that's fair. And if they want to go even better and beyond, don't make it just 2022 characters, because let me see if they only have 2022 characters on this reroll thing.
Imagine if new players have the option to pull 200 times and get a meta character from the get-go. Don't have to worry. Be it Litter, be it Privacy, be it Alice, be it Scarlet, of course, right? A Haran early on is really good. Plenty of characters you can get that are really good. Because when you start playing, your first multi can be a shit character. My first multi, who was it? A Miranda or an Admi? One of the two, right? That's not really good. Not really good. So the reroll banner is something I hope we see for new players. For us veterans, it's whatever. We don't care. We're good with this.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really give a damn about this reroll system. Like, I don't. Right, if you're a new player, if you start the game tomorrow, I think you should have this option. You should have this opportunity. If you are someone who's been playing for 3 years, like maybe it's going to be different for everybody. But I have every character in the game, so I could care too less about this. Like getting a dupe for one character. Dupes in this game don't make a difference. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't need dupes to beat the game. I've already beaten all of Nikke without dupes. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You don't need dupes to play this game. So, like for someone like me who basically has all the characters, it's irrelevant. But for new players, hey.
But for new players, this is fantastic, and it will help them a lot. So this is the first thing that I want to talk, that I believe it's important. Let me check my notes right here for the rest of the stuff. The second thing I want to talk about is actually resetting characters. This is only for new players. When we talk about resetting characters, in the global version, it costs 10 gems. You might think, Sefi, 10 gems is nothing. And absolutely is nothing. But this is about trying characters. A new player overall will be getting a lot of SSRs.
Okay, like I understand what he's saying, but I don't know. Like I don't really think that's like, okay, they don't have to spend 10 gems. And I get it what he's saying, oh, it's about trying out new characters and stuff like that. And And I guess not having to spend 10 gems does make it like eventually 10 gems will add up, right? Like if I'm able to constantly do this and reset my level and then try brand new characters, right? Especially if I'm under the 160 wall, what I can do is rather than even putting anybody in the synchro device, I can just de-level up all the characters and stuff like that. But at the same time, can you do this for skills? Right? If you cannot lower your thing for skills as well, like the skills they have, skill 1, skill 2, and burst skill, then this shit doesn't matter. Because what's the point of me leveling up a character skill wise and then just resetting their level to level 1 to put their level on another character? That's why the synchro device works, right? So I don't know if that matters too much, but we'll see.
Having to reset your characters constantly, it's a pain in the ass. In here, it's just free. You can reset your character constantly, no problem, no cost at all. And
yeah, that one, okay, sure. Like if people are actually mad about that, by all means, whatever. But like, I don't think that's that big of a deal because it doesn't, again, the synchro device exists. You know what I mean? The synchro device exists, and if you do Tactics Academy as a new, like on my new account, I started a free-to-play account a month ago, and I still have enough room to put a lot of my characters in my synchro device, right? Maybe it's different because I'm a veteran player who knows what characters I want to use and not, but I guess for any brand new player, it's like you can't expect every brand new player to go do research, I guess, but it's like I don't know if that really, like that right there, no, I don't care about that, but sure.
Applies for every single character. Now this ties to my next point because some people might be thinking it's only 10 gems in global.
Yes,
and you can use the
time me in because I'm not there right now.
Has a wait time of 4 hours, I believe it is.
Bomboclad, yeah. Bomboclad. Yeah, the synchro device does have a wait time of 4 hours, and if you want to do it faster, you would have to spend 240 gems, right? I like your brain, my brother.
You want to be switching characters and it's full? While in the Chinese version, resetting characters is free and removing characters does not.
No. CM version. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of people in my comments say if the CM version or if the global version or whatever other version doesn't get this update, they're quitting. And for me, I'm a content creator, so you're not gonna see me quit this game. But if they don't add this into global, Nikke is probably going to start dying because you're not going to give Nikke CM version this godlike quality of life update that we have been asking for. If I could do this on global, I would never have to. If I could do this genuinely on the global side, I would never even unlock another synchro device. I'm going to keep it honest with you guys.
Have any time. Any downtime.
Do you, I'm not being funny, y'all, but do you guys know how much characters I have? I have every character I own that's an SSR on my synchro device, right? And that's just because I want them all to be leveled up, so if I need to use them or whatever. By doing this, I don't need to have every single character on my synchro device, and I can just constantly switch. It might be a hassle, but it's like, I don't need to, it takes 500 gems to open a new slot. Do you know how many gems I spent opening a new slot for characters I never use, regardless if they're in the synchro or not? I'm just gonna keep it honest with you guys.
Time whatsoever. I can put as many characters as I want, and I can be removing them at the same time, and you will not have a downtime. Meaning you can put all the characters you want with this button right there, right? Automatically put all of your characters, and you will at any time be able to remove them, which is pretty good, like I was saying, for new players who want to experiment with characters, want to test units, etc.
No, that's not even just good for new players. It's good for old. I spent 500 gems per slot. I've unlocked about 50 slots, or how much ever slots of these I've unlocked. Multiply 500 gems per each of these slots that they didn't give to me for free. I want my gems back.
This is something that, again, veterans, we cannot benefit from this at all. It doesn't matter for us. But even a lot of people will have their synchro full and they want to remove a couple characters and put a new waifu, and you have to wait your 4 hours, which is nothing but
no, I'm not being, people could say I'm being petty as well if that's the case, but no, I don't think so. If I spent 500 gems to unlock a slot just because it's like the only other way is that I have to remove a character and wait 4 hours, or then spend half of 500 to put them in there, I'm still wasting gems, where a CM player is not spending any gems whatsoever there. I don't think people are realizing how bad. That's crazy.
Pain in the ass, just to make you log in 4 hours, right? So those things have been removed here. Also, I haven't talked about this, but Our boy Mustang has some good drip in CN, alright? He's looking good. He's looking like a pimp, honestly. Now, that's it. The last couple things I want to mention is the updated shop. The shop in the global version for 2.5 years has been trash. This is not something that's been recent or no. For 2.5.
I'm gonna be honest. If the silver tickets, and somehow if he goes to that ticket option and the silver tickets are fixed in some type of way, then we're gonna rant.
5 years, the shop on global has been trash. When we talk about CN, there is a lot of differences with your union.
What?
Global has been trash. When we talk about CN,
I'm not being funny, y'all. The CM version, you can get privity. Now, I know what everybody says, but on global, you can get privity for free. Take a look at privity. It says 11 out of 11, meaning you can core 7 privity for free. If I could core 7 privity for free with my union rate chips, I would have already done that. That's all I'm saying.
There is a lot of differences. With your union chips, you can buy privacy. And you can buy dupes of her. And privacy is good here. So you can buy privacy.
Any new player, 160 wall, if you had access to this.
And dupes. On the normal shop, you can buy the guaranteed mods, by the way. Like I said multiple times, I already explained this on the previous video. You can go and check it, but these mods are basically guaranteed. And then on the...
What? Bro, what am I seeing right now? Guaranteed modes? Poly on the arena shop? What am I seeing right now?
PvP shop, you will be able to buy not only gear experience that, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, we cannot buy in global, but also poly and dupes for poly. Poly has been buffed as well. Not a lot, but she has been buffed. Those are like the only 2 big differences. The rest looks like it's remained the same.
Okay. It's not fair. It's not fair. Poly and privity, that's already guaranteed 2 characters. No matter how long it will take, I guess it's still technically guaranteed 2 characters. You can get LB3, so that's a lot faster for a lot of people who do stick under the 160 wall for like months. You know what I mean? I think I was in the 160 wall for like 3-4 months. I think so. I don't remember. I think so, but this is crazy.
This means new players are getting an extra 2 characters that will help them progress faster and have an easier time, rather than global, which you are at the mercy of RNG and getting good luck with the mods, right? So that's another thing that I hope we get into global for new people.
Okay.
Because you have to understand that new players on the global server, anytime they get between the 160 wall, all the bullshit, how hard it is to get.
I do want to mention, sorry if I hit you guys. I do want to mention, y'all, I don't really know what to like say I want for them to do in global. Like, I think they should add all these implements into the game, but then like just add these into the game, actually. Like, just add all these implements, all these features onto the global side, regardless if players already have these characters core 7. Like, nobody's gonna complain for this. I don't think. It just add this into the global side. That's really all they need to do. Does not give us more. Just add this into the global side. Nothing more, nothing less.
Some of the meta characters, depending when you start to play, it's really hard to keep getting new players long term. And Nikke keeps releasing 2 characters per month or every 2 weeks. So we need those quality of life in order to alleviate the acquisition of new players, in my opinion. And then the last thing that I do want to talk about, which is not this one right here, is actually frames and titles. So, frames and titles. First, titles. A lot more titles, and even solo.
It looks a lot cooler. I don't care about this one. I don't. But it looks a lot cooler. But I don't care about this one. Genuinely. TikTok title, tap title. They're cool and all. They look great. I think a lot of people would have fun with this. I don't care about profile pictures. So personally, this right here, they can have 10 million more cooler ones. It doesn't bother me. Like, titles are the last things I look at in my actual. I don't look at titles. I don't care about them, to be honest. But I can see what the people who do like decorating their stuff, sure. But personally, I don't.
Raid have titles now. Let's see if I can find one here so you guys can see it. For example, what is this frame that I saw earlier? Here. All of the frames will get their own title now as well. I don't know if they are animated or not. There is a lot more titles in the game. A lot of them are for just per registering on different platforms. A lot of them are actually for competing on arena and having a lot more options rather than the basic beach titles we have on global. The second thing that Guys, this tills me, okay? This tills me a lot. I've been asking for animated frames for 2.5 years, and CN is getting the animated frames.
Oh my god, that's so unfair. Okay, I know it's solo raid, and I know a lot of players are not going to have these frames, but animated frames, they should have done animated frames for those free 5 frames they give all players for those freaking anniversaries. Did you see the animation on this frame? Look at that.
For 2.5 years. And CN is getting the animated frames for the ones we already have in global. They took the frames we have in global, right? They made an animation frame by frame, and they are getting those for the first 3 solo raids, and they're pretty fucking cool. I've been asking for this for 2.5 years, and then CN takes this and they make them, and Shift Up is like, we cannot do this for global, guys. It's too hard. Okay. Animating frames.
I'm not too worried, yo. I would say give it at least a month, maybe 2. Shift Up is the type of people where if everybody on global did genuine complain about this in their service and stuff, or at least just complain to customer service and stuff like that, they will, like, don't get me wrong, the development team for global has always came through. They listen. So if you guys complain about this, they will listen. I mean, I have hope at least.
That's technology we haven't unlocked yet. You know, now those 2 things, titles and frames, is quality of life that can it even be considered quality of life? I would say it's more an upgraded cosmetic system, right? To me, it's a quality of life. I need my animated frames and titles, okay? But jokes aside, those are the things that I wanted to show. I also will be making a video probably tomorrow talking about character kits. As you can see, I started checking character kits, making the comparisons. You guys can go and check them on my Twitter, but I'll make a video tomorrow because it...
No. So CN version has buffed up versions of characters that global doesn't have. Honestly, y'all, I've seen enough. Let me see this, because that looks like friendship. Are these friendships? What are these?
Pretty good B2. And Epinel is a good B3. I never thought I would say Epinel is a good B3, yet here we are. That said, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm saving gems for whatever first banner we're getting in CN. I'm saving this currency that I still don't know where we'll be able to use. This is the new River.
Okay, I don't know what that's for then. I think that's silly. I think this whole thing, I think CN having buffed characters, I think CN having quality of life, like being able to reroll and not having to spend a diamond for your synchro device. I'm not being funny, you guys, but if you guys knew how many gems I spent unlocking new synchro slots and even having to remove characters from my synchro slots at first, throughout this 2.5 years, almost 3 years I've been playing Nikke, if you guys realize how many gems I spent on that, you guys would probably understand my frustration with the synchro device. I think that's the main thing that pisses me off, that they are getting that for free, no charge, nothing. And I've had to spend 500 gems individual for more than like 50 freaking 40, maybe 30 slots. Bro, players, I see why people are saying if they don't add this to global, they're going to quit. I could see why, right? And don't get me wrong, for a veteran, for someone like me who's been playing Nikke for all this time and is at a point where a lot of this shit doesn't really matter realistically, besides the synchro device and the buffed characters. I don't know why CN has buffed characters and global doesn't, but I guess CN doesn't have like the new characters that global has, so maybe, I'm not sure, but I don't know why CN has the synchro device update. That's the main thing that I care about. And the shop as well. Being able to get Privity, being able to get Polly. I'm not being funny. Polly is a great burst 2 character. She's just a 40-second character. If Polly was a 20-second character, a lot of people would probably use her. Not over Crown or anything, but she would be a lot more used than what she is today. So, hey, if they don't address this sometime within the next month, 2, I'm giving 3 months, a lot of players are probably going to quit, especially if throughout these months, CN is getting more and more and more improvements. That's all I'm going to say. But it's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to see you guys next one. I'm out. Peace.